unnecessary intro song to totally waste your time.
You know, this might become a problem. This easy, once I've got this podcasting set up, it makes it just too easy to get on here and start bloviating about nonsense. But when I've got something on my mind, I may as well, I could call one friend, or I could broadcast to the universe my problems. So, last night, the guy who blocked my access to the Star City Musical Festival, which I didn't really even want to play in the first place, is this guy who's just seems like a really sweet person, You meet him and he just has this kind of a meek, humble kind of presentation. His voice is pretty high. And he's got this terrible Burning Man aesthetic. Okay, so what I'm getting at is he's a phony. He's one of the many San Francisco brand phonies. Now, let me explain that, because that's quite a harsh accusation, right? And what do I mean when I mean phony? I mean this whole idea of being nice. It's the Burning Man thing, That whole spiritual, oh, I'm so sweet, will never confront you to your face about anything, right? He knew when I showed up last night that he didn't want me to play the next day, right? He could have just said, oh, hey, Merkley, how are you doing? Good to see you. I wanted to talk to you about something, I hired a different band. I know we had miscommunication. No, he didn't do that. He pushed it all off so that Mikey would have to do it later. And Mikey also delayed it, He could have just confronted it right then and there, Nope, delay till last minute. I get it. Confrontation isn't easy. It's not fun. But I want to get into it even a little bit more. The metaphor, these people advertise their phoniness right out of the gate, by wearing fake vintage things, fake luxurious things. He was wearing one of those cowboy hats that, they're popular at, they're the worst things. They're brand new. They're made to look like they've been beaten to hell by some, snake wrestling rancher, they're all crunched in and the front's bent down, the back's bent down, and they scuff them up to make them look old. I mean, they buy them new like this, right? And then they buy the hat new looking old, and then they wear it to Burning Man where it gets dusty, and so it starts taking on actual attributes of old stuff. So it starts off fake old, then it gets older. Oh, that stuff drives me nuts. Phony aged things. I went through a spell of doing that for about 6 months in the mid-90s, faux cracked paint and whatnot. I would try to make my paintings look older by adding crackly paint. And it was by doing that I realized, boy, this is stupid. Why would you buy a pair of pants that look old to begin with? It's ridiculous. It's a lie. It's bullshit. It's trying to take credit for somebody else's work. It's not even that. Look, if you want something to look old, there's only one way to get it to look old. Either you buy an old thing that already has history and you preserve it. That's fine. But making a new thing that looks old is insane. You'd need to be punched in the face for that kind of thing. Don't make new things look old. Try to keep new things looking new. And as they get older, fix them. Show that you care. When you take a new thing and make it look old, all you're doing is advertising that you have no respect for life. No respect for time. No respect for process, wisdom. You just want to get there really quick. These jeans are old. No, they're not. They're brand new, you stupid bitch. Stop making your new things look old. Try to preserve your new things. Wash them. Clean them. Patch them. God, that's one of my favorite things in the world, are patched things. I just love... Of all my favorite old things, they're old things that have been repaired. And the little scars of repair. I just love that. That shows a respect for life. That shows a respect for resources, for time. You know, your stupid fucking hat that you're wearing that is trying to look like it's been on the head of an Australian alligator wrestler for decades. It's not fooling anyone. You look like a fucking idiot. And knock it off. Seriously, it's offensive. Support new things, quality things. Make quality, beautiful things and try to preserve them. And when you find old, quality, beautiful things, try to preserve those too. Quit being such a fucking disgusting punk. You don't need to vomit on your own shit. Vomiting on shit. Hey, look, I took a shit. Now I'm going to puke on it. Lovely! Now wear that as a hat on your head. Anyway, thanks for listening.